Well, hello, Tech Freedom. It is time for FOSS Wednesday 31. Happy anniversary, Steam, for Linux. You're 10 now. Happy birthday, Steam. So we've got a all new Pangolin laptop, which is now available. Steam for Linux turns 10. We've got the Freed computer and a new beta for Lutris. But before we do that, we've got the standard housekeeping to do. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel. It's called FOSS News. Like the video, share the video, and comment down below. Thanks. Now, on to the news. The Pangolin laptop. Well, this is the latest and greatest from System 76. You know, I talked this machine up about a month ago when it was first announced by the boys and girls over at System 76. If you didn't know, System 76 is a made in the US dedicated Linux system integrator. They also make Pop! OS. All right. So this is an all-AMD laptop with a Ryzen 7 6800U processor, a standard 32 gigs of DDR5, and up to 16 terabytes of NVMe storage with 144 hertz full HD panel and a 15.6 inch form factor. This thing starts at about $1,300 for a 250 gig model, with the rest of the specs the same. The only thing that changes with this one is storage amount. That's all you got to know about that. And 10 years ago, wow, 10 years ago, Steam for Linux came out. It left beta and had its first full release, starting the journey out of the dark times for Linux gaming. Has the journey been a straight line? Oh no. It's certainly had its twists and turns, its false starts and whoopsie-daisies. But now we're to the point where normies buy Steam Decks and have no clue that they're gaming on a Linux PC, because it's gotten so darn good. Good job, Valve. Thank you for making the effort to pour time and resources into making Linux viable for more people. Then we've got the Freed computer. Well, this is a combination of things, but this is kind of the heart of the issue. Getting away from Windows, getting away from Mac OS, because those keep you boxed. But this is your entry into the Linux world. Whether you choose to convert a machine that you already own or buy one through me, you could even get a Pangolin through me, and I'll make sure that it has all the software that you need. And if you don't want Pop! OS, we can switch it. Not a problem. But yeah, so this is all about privacy and security. In terms of privacy, Linux and the various desktop environments do not come with pre-enabled telemetry. They won't serve you ads. It's just your computer, privatized and under your complete control. Linux is more secure by nature, actually, and it stays ahead of the curve by being free and open source, which means that there's a dedicated team of both enthusiasts who really know what they're doing or are just learning, and foundation team members who raise money so that they can make the best possible Linux for us. And also, Linux was designed for being networked, where Windows wasn't. I don't know about Mac OS, but Windows definitely wasn't. That was something that was tacked on later on, in the early 90s, actually. Windows 3.1.1, Network Edition or something like that. Yeah, about 30 years ago. Anyway, because before that, it was assumed that your computer was just going to be on its own. So free your computer is where either we get together physically or we get together via a Jitsi call, for instance. And actually there's a wonderful Jitsi portal here on my website. Let me show you. It's here on techfreedom.pro/freedomcalls. And it does have to be HTTPS, as Jitsi does not function otherwise. But this is where we will meet. It may have some more artifacting than, say, Zoom would, but this doesn't get spied on, unlike Zoom. Anyway, and then of course we have the freed computer, which is what I was talking about with a machine that you can buy through me. I'll make sure that it's customized specifically for you, with whatever desktop environment you prefer, whatever software you need. And then I'll make sure that it gets sent off to you safely and in a timely manner. And then I'll help you get used to it. I'll help you get used to the the computer you set free as well. But yeah, so that's part of the service. And be sure when you schedule this, you let me know if you're looking to free your computer rather than buy a freed one already. Make sure that you let me know if the system that we're freeing, if we're freeing one, it has multiple hard drives or SSDs in it, as that can make things wonky in an unpleasant way. Anyway, and on to the next thing. Lutris! Yay, Lutris. So Lutris is a game archiving tool which most people just use as a Steam alternative. So what's new here? They've added support for Proton. Excellent. They've added drag and drop on the main window. Also good. They've added support for ModDB links in the installers. The ModDB Python module is required, of course. They've added missing sidebar options for games whose directory is missing. If it's missing, then it's probably not going to be playable. Yeah. You can also restyle the configuration, preferences, installer, and add games windows. Cool. And group configuration options into sections. Nice. So more customizability. That's always something that I look for in FOSS, because that's part of the point. Because customizability is part of the spice of life, just like variety. Anyway, they've added a checkbox to stop asking for the launch config for a game that's already installed. They've added support for launch configs in shortcuts and the command line. They've made it so that the add games window can now create 32-bit wine prefixes. So for older games, the add filter field, you can add a filter field to the runner list. Cool. You can show the game count in the search bar. They've added a workaround for the Humble Bundle authentication issues by allowing importing cookies from Firefox. But what if I'm not using Firefox? Doggone it. Anyway, they've added an itch.io integration as well. They've added a BattleNet integration. Protobuf dependency required, so, you know, gotta have that, which you would have needed it anyway. They've improved the detection of DOSBox games on Google Games and added unspecified Vulkan ICD option and removed Residua VM, now verged into Scum VM. Wait, Proton, itch.io, and BattleNet support all in the same update? Yes, please. This sounds awesome. And I look forward to the full version being released for this wonderful software. So that pretty much wraps us up for today. On today, as my wife likes to say. So thanks for watching. This has been FOSS Wednesday 31 from the Tech Freedom Show here on FOSS News. And of course, the backing track is Warzone by Anno Domini Beats. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel, FOSS News, like the video, share the video, and comment down below with any comments or any thoughts or questions that relate. All right, be blessed, and don't forget, let's go Brandon.